B-Man Brian here. How you guys doing today? Welcome back. All right, we're gonna look at these two hives. Like I said, I haven't touched them for like 2 weeks. Anyway, let's see what's going on. I'm not gonna smoke them. Let's see if they're calm. They seem like they're very calm. Look at them. There's little girls. All right, see that? They see my finger. They're like, ah, he's kind of like getting near us, but he's not really messing with us. But let's see what these girls are doing in there. All right, come on, let's go in. Here we go. Okay, as you see, when I open up the hive, let's see if they come out after me. I'm looking for any ants over here, anything like that. See the girls? The girls are doing very nicely here. They're not mad at me. See how they're not coming out at me, which is beautiful. See that? All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right, I'll go get my tools. Let's see here. All right. I'm back. You missed me? Anyway, I got some tools here. Like I said, these hive tools are worth their weight in gold. This one's different than this one. This one's easier to take out each frame, get underneath there and pull it up, especially if they've like solidified it. Trust me. So let's see here. Let's open this up. Now they've sealed it up. I'm kind of messing with their ecosystem right now. They're a little mad. Okay, girls, I'm just taking a look, sweethearts. I'm just taking a look. I'm just taking a look. I'm not messing with you too much. Come on. There you go. All right, let's see what these girls are doing. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, they weren't really pretty. I'll put this right here. They can crawl back up into the hive, right? But last week, they weren't producing much here. So let's see what they're doing now. Well, looks like to me, they aren't doing much again, but let's take a look. Now, that's why, like I said, all my subscribers out there, thank you, and likes and all that. I love it. Like I said, most of the hive wants to. Now, this is a new hive, right? So it's a package I installed. So what happens with them is they're just mostly focused on basically surviving. So they're not looking like this hive is three brood deep, one super. I mean, these girls are like really ready to like, we're surplus it, and then we'll actually, you know, make more than we need for the winter time. And like I said, they're producers right now. This hive right now is kind of, it's new. So like they're still out there foraging. The queen's still laying. There's not much. See, like I said, nothing really too much built out here. I'm gonna put this over here for a second. All right. So I might get stung today. Well, now they're getting a little rambunctious. But as I look here, I know I'm messing with their system right now. I hate to do it to them. I do see some bees. They are going through this. I don't like to go too quick. I don't like to hurt my girls, you know. Just gonna be gentle with them. That's why it takes me so long. Everyone's like, why'd it take you so long to look at the hive? You're out there for 4 hours. Well, because I don't want to hurt them. You know, they help us. I don't want. Why do you hurt the ones that help you? So, there's a hive beetle. One hive beetle. One hive beetle. Well, that we will have to look into a little bit. What are you doing, drone? Get out of there, bub. What are you doing? Oh, there's another hive beetle. See? I don't know if you could see that too well. See? They're little beetles. They don't eat the honey. They're nuisances. They obviously eat it a little bit, but they're just nuisances. And if they get too much, right, they overwhelm a hive. But a good hive will keep it to a minimum, and then they'll seal up parts of the actual frames so that the hive beetles can't get into the brood and the honey and all that. They keep them funneled. But let's delve into more here. I didn't see a lot, which is good, because I don't like to see. I've had ones that totally infested with hive beetles. Terrible for the girls. It stresses them out. I don't like to stress them out. They're my girls. And I know, ladies. I'm talking. I know you don't like when I talk. Bees don't like a lot of chatter, especially for me. But anyway, they don't like a lot of chatter. But like I said, I don't like. Come on, lady, let's go. Move over, sweetheart. Yep. Thank you. They do not like. They do not like when you talk and noise. They're very. They're in tune with themselves, which is how they're supposed to be. They're probably the best workers on the planet. Okay, ladies, I'm just looking around. Give me a break, ladies. Just a little bit. I know. It's hot out here. It's not good conditions for me to be messing with you too much. That's why I'm only going to 2 hives today. This one and that one. That's it. Come on. Just a little bit. Man, they really waxed this in. They tightened it up. Propolis and all that. Like a little bit over here. Oh, look, here you go. They're still working on this one. I think it was from last week or 2 weeks ago. They're still working on that. Okay. All right, ladies. All right, see? Moving all back. Let me take a look at this one. Come on. Let me take a look. Yeah, I think this hive I'm not going to be looking at for another, most likely about probably 2 weeks. I'll go in again just to check. Not so much. Oh, here we go. So here, look. So these lovely ladies, and like I said, it takes a long time. See how they're building out the comb. Oh, there's a hive beetle. Oh, look at these. Look at this. Terrible. See, they come out and what they do is they just burrow themselves in here. They burrow themselves in. They're nuisances. And this hive is strong, but not strong enough. But I don't want to shake the honey out either. But those hive beetles, they get in everything. They really do. See them? See they're walking around? Well, like I said, I go in. If the hive is strong, they'll take care of it, but it's hard. They're shaped like this, so they'll go into the actual comb, and it'll be hard to take them out. So I kind of help the girls out. I kill what I can in there, all right? And I just make sure these ladies are not too stressed out, because when they're stressed out, it makes a little more difficult to concentrate on making honey. Now they gotta defend their hive. So I'm gonna take a little of this, a little of the wax. I'm gonna close this up for them. All right. There's a little gap there they didn't get to. Just want to help them out. But yeah, they're not really producing a lot of honey right now. I think most of what they're doing is they're storing. Okay, they're making bee bread down here for the winter time. I mean, like I said, this is a new hive I just installed this year, and they are not really hellbound on making surplus honey. They're just looking at making honey for themselves and maybe have a little surplus left. This hive, it all depends. I might break this down to only 2 brood boxes and take out a frame that's empty down there and put this frame in there so that they have more honey, or I'll have to feed them for the winter time. You know, I feed them organic sugar, and dry is the best way to do it. They can break it down themselves, but I don't like to feed them because it's not the natural course of things. But see those little hive beetles, they get in everywhere. They're so small. They're really a pain in the butt. They are. But, okay. We're not going to mess with this anymore. I just wanted to make sure I went through this. We're going to put this right down here. Okay, ladies. Just going to, yep, I'm not doing anything else. Just going to do this. Want to move? I know, girls. I know. It's all right. It's all right, sweethearts. Yep, I know. It's me. It's B-Man Brian. Don't worry. All right, let me put this in there. Come on. Come here. Okay. Come on, move away. Move away. All right, let me do this. Yeah, sometimes the girls, they like to go underneath the frame before I put it in, and squishy, squishy. I don't like to do that to these little girls because they're doing a great job here. So let me just squeeze this in there. Huh, ladies, can I get this frame back in here without squishing you? I know you're getting mad at me. I know. I'm sorry. I am sorry. And it's a hot day today. It's not really that nice. Okay. Okay, ladies. Okay. I'm sorry. Well, I might have to smoke them a little bit. They don't like me talking. Obviously, they really don't like me talking. But let's just put this up. There's another hive beetle. Unbelievable. Well, like I said, I'm glad I went in here just to look at the hive beetles. I'm not going to take this off today. I'm not going to go into the brood because I feel like they're quiet for the most part. I'm messing with them. I'll check this out maybe next week or in 2 weeks and see where they go from there. Maybe the weather will be a little bit more, not so humid. These girls don't like it when it's too hot. I'm messing with them. They're trying to keep, the atmosphere of the actual, for brood and everything. I'm disturbing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this back. All right. I don't want to smoke them today because I feel like it'd be rude to smoke them up. There's a hive beetle there. Gotcha. All right, ladies, you gotta check your house in here. You gotta keep it under control. All right, here we go. Put this last one down here, and as I push it, I'll kind of move them a little bit, and that way they'll get out of the way. I don't want to hurt any of the girls. All right, girls, come on. All right. Well, we're gonna close this one up. And we're going to go over there. That hive over there is mostly I'm going to check for the honey. That's my biggest thing. Because like I said, I extracted some. And here we go. All right, ladies. Come on. Come on. It's time to get in there. Okay. I don't want to squish anybody. All right. Okay. See, that's it. I see that. No harm, no foul. Everyone's okay. Come on. Okay. We're going to close you up. Okay. We're going to close you up. Boy. These ladies, they get very upset with me. All right. So we'll keep that like that. I'll move my little base over here. All right. Let's see. We're going to take a look at this one now. Like I said, these are my spares, right? So when I want to look at a hive really in depth, I put them over here. That way I don't like to put them on the ground or anything like that. I kind of want to be nice about it, B-Man Brian style. Anyway, let's put this over here. I'll put this back here. See? Now the girls, they're back in their hive. They can care less about me. That's it. That's it. Like I said, it's just a matter of being gentle with them. Now this, like I said, I don't know how these girls are going to be. I don't know yet, so we're going to find out. All right? But I'm mostly looking for, because I went into this hive like 2 weeks ago, and I saw brood. They're doing their thing, and like I said, it's like an airport. They're in and out, in and out. They're doing wonderful. But I have to see what they're doing here with the honey production. Because if they are producing, which is locked in tight. Ooh, they're locked in. Ooh. Hi, ladies. Good afternoon. Yep. See? I keep mint over here too. Ants don't like mint, so I try to keep it over here. But they're the girls. See the girls? They're kind of like making the populace around here, and they're basically protecting their hive. So we're gonna put you down here. I know. Oh, now you girls want a piece of me, I guess, huh? All right. Let me go over here. Hold on, everybody. These girls are a little bit more angrier today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my smoker, which I only use wood or hay. I never use anything with ink on it, printed. Very bad for the bees. Terrible. It's ink. You wouldn't want to breathe ink, would you? So let's see what we got here. All right. We're going to smoke up a little bit. All right, there's a little smoke here. A little smoke, here you go. That means knock, knock. I'm here. All right, I'll put a little bit in the front here. Hey, ladies, it's me. I know you want to be aggressive a little bit, so now I got to smoke you a little bit. All right, other than that, here we go. Let's see what we got in here, ladies. Let's see what you're doing. Very tight. Goodness, goodness. Like I said, I do not like to go in and mess with them too much. I really don't. But the smoke kind of calmed them down. See, now they're like, it's just B-Man Brian. He's coming on in again to check on us and take our stores. Well, I'm not really taking your stores, ladies. I'm just, taking the excess. That's all. See I put up against here? And they'll just walk back in. Like, hey, come on in. Little turnstile. Everyone just checks in, got their badge. They're swiping in, Let's see here. Okay. What do we have here? Let's see. Well, that's why I like to use this tool, right? Very cool. See how I can go down into here like this? And what I do is I just pull it up like that. Very easy. Very, very, very easy. Look at this. And up. And look at that. So nice. So like I said, I'm not an expert by any far stretch of imagination, but I've been doing it for like 7-8 years now. And like I said, I make mistakes, and I'm trying to tell you guys what mistakes or what tools to use so you don't make the same mistakes I do. So I'll make the mistakes for you. How about that? All right, let's see this. So as I bring this up, I'm going to come and bring it over to you. So this is one of the, I extracted, right? So I extracted it, I still kept some of the comb. See how the girls, all they gotta do now is they clean it up, they build out a little bit more, and then they start to fill it. Look at that, beautiful. Hi ladies, how are you? How are you? How are you? Yes, yes, everyone's okay? Any complaints? All right, no complaints. See that? See how they're really busy? They're really busy here. See that? And here's a drone. That guy at the end of the year, he's gone. Yeah, they take care of him because he don't do nothing. He's only good for one thing, virgin queen. And then he dies. Once he mates with the virgin queen, that's it. He's done. But look at that. Look at how nice it is. I gave it back to him with obviously a little residual honey. But look at that. Look at how I built it out so beautifully. I tell you, it's amazing. It really is amazing. Look, I touch them like this. And they kind of just like move away. Not hurting you. Hi, ladies. All right, here we go. So, I'm going to put this one over here. All right. Here I am. You miss me? All right, here I go. Here we are. We might have some more capped honey. Oh, ladies, you are something else. I'll have to give you a raise. Well, I can't give you a raise because you probably sting me, but it's all right. Let's see what happens here. Okay. What do we got? It's getting there. Yeah, see this? So you see this? See how it's starting to cap, they're starting to cap it up. They're starting to dehumidify it, right? And they cap it. So this one I'm not gonna take, see? I just wanna get them, if I had this much, I would take this. All right, let's see the backside. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I hate when this happens though. So now the backside is completely capped here. Oh, decisions. Do I take it and just spin to one side? Or do I let them cap the whole thing? Let's go in, let's keep going on through this hive. See what happens. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's see what they got going on here. All right, here we go again. Now see, I smoked them a little bit. Nothing crazy, all right? And they're very busy. You hear that? It's very calm. They have a mission. They're not really too mad at me because they do have 3 brood boxes, which they probably have honey down below. This poor hive here, they're just saying, hey man, stop picking on our stuff. Get off, all right? We're trying to make our, we're trying to do the best we can, and you're taking what we have, and what little we have. They probably don't like that, so I don't want to be that guy that does that. And again, like I said, I'll show you again, okay? Again, see, they're just starting to fill this. They're just starting to cap this. You gotta be in there cleaning everything out. They actually sanitize everything. They clean it out. They're very, very efficient. But this is a full frame of honey that when it'll be capped, I can extract it. But right now, it's just they're still depositing. They're still working so hard, these ladies. Let's see here. Come here. Well, weather's kind of nice today. Not too bad. A little windy. Girls don't like windy too much. Oh, here's a frame that might have potential for extracting. Let's see here. It's kind of heavy. Kind of heavy. Uh-oh, look at that. We have a winner, I think. We have a winner. Oh. Camera fell. Boy, that wind was something else. Let me make sure it's still on me. Oh. Oh, that was terrible. B-Man Brian had a malfunction. Terrible. I don't know, the wind's trying to tell me something. So see here, just a little stripped, all right? And there is most of the capped honey. I will take this one for myself. I will, and I will extract the honey from this one. Like I said, all capped, all right? And this one, like I said, it's you could say it's 70% capped. This will be all right. If I put it downstairs, I have a very dry basement, so it'll dehumidify it. But I'm gonna shake these ladies out, all right here. Not really hurting them, not really hurting them. As I shake them very gently. I just want them to, you know, get off the honey, all right, get off the frame there, all right? And then they'll go all back in. They'll follow the little path, and they'll all go back in. That's why I like to do it here instead of somewhere else, because I don't want to step in the poor girls, you know? So, I'll put this one over here, all right? And that one I'm gonna take. That one does not look like it's very promising. Let me see what happened here. That one looks like it's promising. Let me see here. And let me open this up here. Ladies, I'm sorry. Can I take a look? Oh, it smells so good in here. I can't tell you. It's a wonderful smell. It really is. It's something like, it's just something pure about it. I don't know what it is. Like I said, this one too. The same thing. They're building. They're still just going through this and trying to cap it. Like I said, yeah, this is, again, I think this was the frame. It actually had, brood on it. And let's see what they're doing now with this thing. And now, what are you saying? Hear the little buzzing? Oh, you can't hear it, but man, what a sound. They start piping along. Not the queen, but the bees are talking to each other. I tell you, they're a well-oiled machine. Now see, I think this one had brood. Now they're filling it up with honey. Uh-oh, look what we got here. We may have another winner. Let's see. And hi, ladies. It's me, B-Man Brian here. Just gonna take a look-see at what you got, ladies. All right. Oh, this is wonderful. Here we go. So as you see here, fully capped. Fully capped. This is a keeper. I'm gonna basically shake them out again. And they'll all walk up. They'll form a line. They'll all start going back up. All right, this one is mine. I'll be extracting from this one. Thank you, ladies. So now, how's this one doing? And this one too. Might have a winner here. Excellent, 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 ladies. Okay, let's see what you got going on here. Yep, I'm just gonna take a lookie. This one too. Now I'll shake this one down into here. There's a lot down there. So I'll shake that off into there. All right, and like I said, this one I might not be able to, I have to be gentle with this. Oh, another hive beetle, huh? Now, I didn't see many hive beetles in this one though. I think they really have it under wraps here. They're a really good hive. Like I said, mostly capped. This is 90% capped. This is capped too. I'll extract this because I'll give them a new frame and we'll work it out. So, all right, that's good. I'll take that, 3. All right, that's 3 frames. I'm gonna put this back over here. I know. Okay, all right, sweetheart. I know, all right. And I think we got a winner too, right over here. Here we go. You see I put the tool in and I just twist it a little bit, all right? And what it does is separates it out. And what happens is, okay, so again, these ladies are just doing a fabulous job. All capped, maybe some residual on the bottom. Nothing crazy. Has a few, yeah, this is really good. This is excellent. I'll shake them down into here again. Here you go. That way you got, and see, as they're all going, hey, come on, this way, where are you going, right? That's it, all right. So that's 4. And since I have 4 downstairs that are ready, this one I'm not gonna mess with. I'm gonna let them do what they have to do with that because I have the 4 frames. Now I'll go into my house and I'm gonna pick up 4 frames. So everyone, stand fast for a second. All right, I'm gonna carry these in. All right, I gotta shake a little bit. I gotta shake the rest off a little bit, but that's basically it for today. I'm not gonna mess with them too much anymore because I think I did enough. They're still trying to single file back in, and they're very busy, very quiet. They're doing their things. B-Man Brian here. More episodes to come. And plus, people say I'm entertaining. Am I entertaining? I don't know. But all I know is I love these girls. They do wonderful things. And like I said, save the bees, man. Later.